Welcome back to the On Respect and another edition of Raw out of 10. And of course, a big show today because it is the first Raw since Fastlane. A lot went down on the show. So yeah, and we obviously starting to get the build to a busy November featuring Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. So a lot to be packed in, even to a 3-hour show. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And Raw open with a video recapping the action from Fastlane. Seth Rollins kicked off the thing in a Cruiser de Vil style Furcoat to give his promo. He said being the world champion has been the greatest honour of his life, but he's just getting started. He almost made it sound like he was injured to tease the crowd, and the fans chanting "Thank you, Rollins" certainly helped him to sell the ruse. Drew McIntyre arrived with a little wave to the champ as he got into the ring. The Visionary correctly assumed that Scottish Warrior wanted the title match and seemed fired up to compete. However, McIntyre told him that he wanted to the match and that only Rollins is back to full fitness. He proposed Crown Jewel November 4th at the same time and place. This might have been the most cordial segment to ever lead to a title match, but as soon as McIntyre left the ring, Damian Priest, the champion, from behind, called to the Judgment Day to bring his Money Event briefcase. McIntyre grabbed the case from Dom and hit him with it before throwing towards the backward stage. This gave Rollins time to recover and knock out the Arch and Infamy to the ring, booking the world title match for Crown Jewel and giving us a tease of Money Event cash in a fun way to open the show, especially since the show Priest is no longer asking Rhea Ripley's permission to use the contract. Kind of accentuating tension within the Judgment Day. And yeah, I think that Seth Drew match, that's really what I've wanted for a long time. That match is going to be so great between these two. So yeah, really looking forward to that already. The first match on the card was a Viking Rules match between Ivar and Kofi. And this came about after Ivar lost to Xavier last week and then beat down both members of the New Day. It didn't take long for the fight to get us ringing using weapons. Ivar free kicks in some of the wooden shields that surround the ring, but the former champion was the one who brought a table into the equation a few moments later. As Kingston began to take control after putting Ivar through it, Valhalla jumped at him through out of nowhere. Woods came out and baited her into running into Smoko, but then Ivar crushed him against it too. When Kingston went for the chop and paradise, Ivar caught and slammed through a table. He finished off the New Day man with a moonsault to win. This was more than expected, but the Viking Rules match have exceeded expectations every time. Ivar looked great in his solo injuries recently, and it's a shame to see Eric injured, but I think they're doing a good job without him. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. This is good stuff, probably better than expected, exceeding my expectations, and yeah, the feud keeps looking long, and fair play to them, they're doing a good job. Nia Jackson took on Raquel Rodriguez. Two of the most powerful women in WWE clashed, and this came after Jax attacking random women on Raw for weeks already. They wasted no time turning this into physical battle. They weren't going for lockups and headlocks. They were trying to take each other's head off. The fight spilled outside, and Jax propelled Rodriguez into the ring post so hard that she ended up falling through the ropes. One of the most famous spots in the match like this is having the babyface try that fails to pick up larger heel before lifting them down successfully. They did this in the bout, but the moment was succeeded with the powerbomb instead of a body slam. The match was going well until Rhea Ripley attacked Jax to cause a DQ. Shayna Baszler also entered the ring and ended the segment by nailing the Australian Anita's face. Even though the match between Jackson and Rodriguez, Baszler and Ripley stole their thunder a bit here, setting up a possible title bout. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 for me. Enjoyable for what it was, but yeah, I think the spotlight kind of taken away from them was a shame. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 from me. I thought it was decent, but yeah, maybe could have been better if booked slightly better. Michael Cole was in the ring after a break to welcome new undisputed tag team champions Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Cole asked Rhodes if he still plans to finish the story. Eric and Nightmare said Fastlane was a great moment for him and Uso, and he's excited to be a tag champion. Before Rhodes could address his pursuit of the Universal title, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out and discussed getting shot at the tag title. Zayn said it should be him and Owens holding the belts, but he was still happy for him to be the new champions. KO did not have mixed emotions and said he wasn't happy to see him holding the titles at all. Rhodes said that not only did he extend the match, but they could also do it on Monday's show as well. This was a pretty straightforward segment, but all 4 men involved were pros, so it was entertaining enough. And yeah, definitely leading to an interesting narrative. How Cody's going to separate the Universal title and tag titles, all the men involved. Yeah, intriguing stuff. For example, Ricochet versus Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable, number 1 contenders match for the IC title. After Ricochet recovered from Nakamura's attack, he competed in the number 1 contenders match, and after Bronson and Chad Gable to find the next challenger. Even though Ricochet and Gable were opponents, they often found themselves working together to combat their larger rival. These are 3 very different kind of wrestlers. Gable was a technician, Ricochet a high flyer, and Reed a powerhouse. They were able to work together to use their unique styles to produce a highly enjoyable triple threat. The moments when Gable and Ricochet were together were fun and fast-paced, exchanging, and Reed used his power and size to perform moves on both opponents at the same time were the best parts of the match. Reed was able to secure the win with a plane to the tsunami from the top rope, and yeah, I think Reed the going to be a really fun match as well. So yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 for me. This is good stuff. I thought put over Reed massively, and at the same time won't damage the other 2 men too much. Before it's time for Drew McIntyre versus JD McDonough, and McDonough looking to prove his worth to Judgment Day. Obviously, he stopped Priest from cashing in earlier in the show. McIntyre, the Scott easily dominated into the Sponer opponent until Dom provided the stretch and allowed McDonough to target his opponent's day. The former Cruiserweight champ had to rely on Dom's help more than once to keep him in the fight, but McIntyre had more than the moments to recover, and he took down the Judgment Day wannabe. He He drilled the Irishman with a future shock DDT, lining up the Claymore for the win. It's exactly what it needs to be, a glorified squash. McIntyre's dominance, exposing McDon. It wasn't long on memory match, but it accomplished what it needs to. McIntyre continues to get more over, and yeah, the JD versus Judgment Day kind of interesting angle gets more intriguing as well. So yeah, worked nicely. Before it's time for Becky Lynch versus T Knox for the NXT Women's title. Gargano and Ciampa gave an interview for that with Wade Barrett talking about reunited DUI, but Imperium came out and attacked them out of nowhere, so that feud's still going. And yeah, really intriguing to see what they can do, because we know they can do as tag teams. And yeah, when we get a match with Tino, so it's going to be a banger. But back to the women's match. Since both of these superstars are babyfaces right now, the match starts off clean. They were going for takedowns and counters rather than trying to punch each other in the face. But outside this can be a fresh air, because the performers have to run a technical ability more than usual. Both are great at what they do, and this was the first time encounter that was solid, but made Knox look better than she has done in a long time. The man always makes her opponents good, but the Welsh wrestler was clearly putting in all of her effort, because she knew this was her opportunity to impress. After surviving everything, Knox had to throw out. Lynch defeated her to retain the Women's Championship, and I thought that worked really nicely. It gets 6 out of 10 from me. A fun match. Obviously wish we got a few weeks back, but yeah, Knox really showing what she's doing. Hopefully this can be the catapult for her to really move up the card, because she deserves it. But Becky Lynch gets another win. Fun match, and yeah, continue to really elevate the women's title, to be honest. It's then time for the main event. Kenny Rose and Jey Uso taking on the former tag champs Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And the main event was almost given half an hour, so plenty of time. Sami and Cody started for their teams and fought through a commercial break. Once retained, Jey Uso tagged in to square off against one of the only people he can call a friend in WWE. Kevin Owens tagged in, was much more aggressive when he started fighting with Jey. When they took the fight out of the ring, Rhodes and Zayn joined him. We returned for another break to see KO and Uso back in the room with Rhodes and Zayn back on the apron. As expected, it was hugely entertaining, and you have 4 veterans in this bout who all have the experience part of tag team, so they could put on a good match without even trying. Rhodes and Uso got the win, but the American Nightmare had a bad landing on the back of his neck when he hit the Cody Cutter. He seemed alright afterwards, but it was a scary bump nonetheless. But yeah, a fun way to end the show. Gets 7 out of 10 from me. The angles, how Owens and Zayn played it, etc., worked really nicely, created much intrigue throughout the match, and I thought it was good stuff. But overall, Raw this week gets 6 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, it was an intriguing episode of Raw, some really fun points, obviously throughout, including the main event, and multiple other bits as well. Becky G, Knox was enjoyable, etc., etc. The IC contender #1, but there were some bits as well which maybe I'm not quite convinced by yet. So yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's the review. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, next subscribe, wrestling news and subscribe to the channel is going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.